Hi everyone, Tallara here, and we've got a super exciting episode of World of Warcraft lined up for you today. Why is it exciting, you ask? Well, you can see Tallara's excited with these dance moves, but there's a couple of reasons why I'm extra excited for today's episode. First of all, we're gonna hit max level today. That's right, we're level 79 and we've only got two parts of our experience bar left to go, so we're definitely gonna hit max level 80 today, which is always exciting. Second of all, we're gonna go to a new area. We finished the main quest here in the Ringing Deeps, so I think up next is Hollowfall, which is always exciting, going to a new area. I've heard great things about Hollowfall. Apparently it's very visually stunning, so I can't wait to see more. Third and finally is I've actually got a new add-on for World of Warcraft that I can't wait for you guys to see. As this is a lore and story focused playthrough, obviously reading quest dialogue is very important to me. So I got this new UI add-on, and you'll see it right here when I start talking to Annuin.
Am I needed?
You see, it zooms in on the character and it makes the quest text a lot bigger, more prominent, and more readable. This add-on is called Dialogue UI, and I mean, early impressions are good. You guys will have to let me know what you think of it, but I think this is really going to add to our story-focused experience here. So regardless, we're speaking to Annuin, and he says, Talllara, I'm glad our paths have crossed. Edelgard has been telling me about a cavern called Hollowfall. She's told me the people there are called the Arathi. I cannot imagine that they are related to the ancient human kingdom, but it can't be a coincidence. Edelgard's people had fruitful contact with them some time ago. Whatever happened, I hope to repair that relationship and gain their aid. Please meet me at the Hollowfall Gate.
We have lost so many.
But we had no access to the core way, and helping another culture was outside the Oathsworn's edicts.
Perhaps they need our help as well. Thank you for your help, Edelgard.
So this is extremely interesting. Obviously there's tons of earthen living down here in the Coreway, but there may be an ancient human civilization here as well, the Arathi. This could be interesting. Regardless, we are going to head to that new area. As I said, we need to meet Anduin there. And it's over this way, it looks like. The Hollowfall Gate. Yes, here it is. Now, I don't know where Anduin is, but there is a quest right at the bottom of these stairs that perhaps we should pick up first before we go in. There's also some ore we can mine. So we'll make a quick little pit stop to mine this bismuth. And see... Oh, there's a bunch of little quests here, actually, that we can pick up. First we have a Cogwin, who's sitting enjoying some cinder brew. Trade may have been restricted, but I'll calcify before I let my cinder brew reserve fall into the hands of these stripped screws or go up when some elemental looks at it funny. The inspectors are watching me, stranger, so I can't go fetch it myself, but they won't be paying any special attention to you. I left it behind the desk in my old office down below. Just don't get too close to an enforcer or they'll confiscate any cinder brew you're carrying and I'll be left with nothing to drink.
Watch your step.
Okay, well, we might have a few quests to do before we head into Hollowfall then. Because look at this, we've got other earthen over here with problems over their heads. Machinist Kilton says the effects of the magmatic buildup are clear to see, but what we still do not understand is the root cause. In order to determine it and prevent it in the future, I need samples of the volcanic gases you can see bursting from the ground. Fresh samples, very fresh. You're gonna have to stand in them as they erupt in order to gather what I need. Oh god, okay. Foreman Duinth has acknowledged my presence and has 2 requests of us. When the magma transport pipe failed, our workers rushed down to begin repairs. The elementals caught us unawares, rising up and attacking with great gouts of lava. Fortunately, we earthen are made of stern stuff, and a little magma is hardly going to be the end of us. Unfortunately, the cooling magma has hardened into stone shells, entombing our repair crews where they stood. Smash their stony prisons and free my workers. As if the pipe going down wasn't enough, a horde of magmatic elementals burst out when it failed. We can't risk sending anyone else down to attempt repairs while the area is overrun, but that magma is vital to powering the whole deeps. If you're capable, clear them out so we can get that magma flowing again. Alright, well, before we head to the next area, I guess we'd better make sure that we're finished up here in the Ringing Deeps first. These poor earthen are still having lots of issues with magma elementals in particular. So let's see if we can't help them out here. doing so, we may hit level 80, so it'll be a win-win for all of us. There's a poor entombed earthen. Break him out. Just as I've been hit by the curse.
Regaining strength.
Take your time. I'm sure it will take a few moments to get back to normal after being completely entombed in a casing of hardened magma. Take all the time you need, bud. I gotta rescue the rest of you guys anyway. Alright, here's another one.
Timely intervention. I declare my gratitude.
You're very welcome. Now, where are the, like, vents that we need to stand in? Because I feel like we should have seen a few of them by now. Gas samples collected. Oh, I see them. They're like the little cracks in the earth, like right back there, I think. Let's go see. Rescue this poor guy along the way. There we go.
Give me a moment. Regaining strength.
Again, take all the time you need. Yeah, the issue is we need to get those gas samples, but the little cracks only appear for like a second, so you've got to stand on them and then wait for them to explode? Yeah. Okay, I see what you gotta do. But you see the issue is that they appear and disappear so fast. There we go. Go. They seem to appear right in this area though, so let's just go from crack to crack and get all the gas samples we need before we go on. These are as fresh as gas samples can be. I am literally collecting them as they explode through the earth. Alright, one more. There we go. Boom. 8 gas samples collected. Help this poor earthen.
Check on the others. I'm functional.
Sounds good. There's a few more up here. Alright, we've slain enough magma elementals. Now we just need to rescue one more entombed earthen. I think I saw one right over here. Yeah. Alright.
Timely intervention. I declare my gratitude.
No problem. Let's go turn in these quests. Hopefully these samples will reveal what went wrong. Your assistance is appreciated. Now, which one are we gonna get? Earthen Traveler's Scepter by the looks of it. Thank you, Topsider. With our crews returned, we can get back to work. Commendable job. We could do with a little less excitement in our work. Alright, well that was easy. We got some good experience points, helped out the Earthen, actually got an upgrade in our equipment, which is always nice. And now we'll go help out this other guy by getting his cinder brew that he so desperately requires. Apparently it's in his old office though, and I think he may have been fired due to his drinking on the job, maybe? If we read between the lines. What we've got to do now is we've got to get this cinder brew out of here without anyone spotting us. Gotta do a little sneaking. The giant barrel of ale on our back. And not just any ale. If you remember, the earthen cinder brew is very explosive. So you gotta be extra careful in transporting this stuff. Just a quick cursed transformation there. Whew. We're walking the tightrope. Right there. We didn't have a lot of space to maneuver, but we did it. Alright, we made it. Hope this is some good cinder brew, my guy. Ah, now this is a brew worth waiting for. Thank you, Tallara.
I'm still working.
Cheers!
You leaving?
Alright, now that we've helped out these couple of earthen here, we can go speak with Anduin in Hallowfall. As I was saying earlier, it's always so exciting going to a new area. It's usually, you know, pretty visually different than the previous area, so I'm excited to see what we've got. Obviously, we're still underground, but just from the looks of this, it seems like the ceilings are quite high. High enough that we may not even realize we're underground. Whoa, hang on! Do you see that? Whoa, the giant crystal in the sky! That is beautiful! Oh my goodness, wow. Didn't take long for Hallowfall to impress me, that's for sure. It's like they have their own sun over here, it's so much brighter. Lothar's Landing.
It shines as brightly as the sun.
That's what I was just saying. It's so cool.
Are those airships? But we're underground.
Yeah, this place is gonna be cool.
I will help if I can.
We'll find out if the people of Hallowfall will stand with us as allies, Tallara. I'm ready.
I hear
Whoa!
the radiant song. Is it coming from that crystal?
Guess we're gonna go find out, is what you're saying, Anduin? Alright. Let's do this. Wow! Oh my god, what a cool area! There are airships, and that giant crystal that essentially acts as a sun. Yeah, this place looks cool. Also, the architecture looks very, very different than we've seen before. This looks very human. Speaking of human, yep, look. Humans.
Oh, General. I'll never survive unless... Quiet, Lamplighter. Outsiders are here. Who are you?
This is crazy. There's been humans living down underground for God knows how long.
I must ensure my people survive.
Greetings, outsider. I am General Steelstrike in command of the army of Hallowfall. We would never turn away a blade or staff, but we have survived by following the rules of the Shadow Curfew. What?
The day of darkness.
Oh, this place is interesting. Okay, Anduin's here. I don't know who this is. Faye Rin.
We are a light in the darkness.
Friendly outsiders are not common in Hallowfall, only enemies emerging from the shadow. But you seem comfortable in the light, despite how unusual you may appear. I would welcome you were we not in the midst of a crisis.
A beacon in the dark.
Many in Hallowfall will call you outsider. I would call you friend. Well, that was quick. You're quick to trust. I like you already. I would also ask for your help, if you are no stranger to combat. Desperate times forge strong friendships. General Steelstrike ordered the army to fall back from the Nerubian onslaught. In doing so, she abandoned a lamplighter and many troops to the darkness. I may not be able to save them on my own, but with your help, I may succeed. If you're willing, ride with me or meet me there.
Despite everything, I'm Farron, Lamplighter of Hallowfall. I have a relief cart prepped for the war. Will you join me?
I'll join you. Anduin, are you coming?
I'm an adventurer, exploring Kazalgar with my friend.
That's not quite the truth, but alright, we'll take it. Guess you don't want to play all your cards right away before we know if these guys are truly friend or foe.
That crystal.
Star. We call it a star. Beladar, the Emperor's vision of holy light.
A vision of light. Deep under the ground.
We're the Hallowfall expedition of the Arathi Empire. We followed our Emperor's sacred vision across the sea to fight in Renalash, the final battle between light and dark. As we crossed the sea, we were caught in a storm. The fleet was, enveloped in golden radiance. In a flash, our entire armada was transported down here.
You've been down here fighting the Nerubians ever since?
I was just a child.
Oops, just a quick
The only
transformation
time
on the
when
back
we
of the
were
cart, don't mind me.
The Nerubians have never ceased their hostility.
That is so
Called
interesting.
from their kingdom, seeking a fight, and tried to drag us down into the darkness. Steel Strike's army does well beneath Beladar's light. Those bugs are good at extinguishing hope. We Lamplighters have trained to charge into the darkness. We save those who are lost, and keep the Dawn Towers lit.
Yeah, this is beyond cool. To think that there's been a branch of an ancient human empire living down here underground all this time?
Great Chiron!
Fighting the Nerubians?
Farron, your courage acquits you well, young lamplighter.
Their culture seems really cool too, like the lamplighters and the fire. Like, look at her shield. It has fire in it. That's so freaking cool. Alright, this is great. Kyrian.
Fear not the darkness. Follow the flame.
Outsider. The Nerubians took us by surprise. The army went into retreat when the wall was breached. I've been keeping them away from this tower, but I could certainly use your help.
We must confront the
Who are
darkness.
you, Kyrian? I served the Empire for many years before coming to Hallowfall as a warden in our military. When we first arrived in Hallowfall, I volunteered to lead a group in scouting the land. Also, I guess the Arathi are not just a human empire, because this guy is an elf, but anywho. When we first arrived in Hallowfall, I volunteered to lead a group in scouting the land. We found what areas were defensible, what was overrun by Nerubians and the Kobus, and laid a foundation for the defense of the Mereldar. Gotta work on my pronunciation here. I found my calling late in life, bound to a star of prophecy in an unlikely land beneath the ground, and I would see all those that walk in the light of the sacred flame survive another day. So tell me about the Lamplighters. It's not easy to face darkness you know is dangerous. That's even more true in a cave, Tallara. We Lamplighters are the ones who brave the darkness, to make sure Arathi Dawn Towers are lit and our people are safe. We frequently have strong disagreements with the military, but we're free to do what we believe we must. We're few in number, to be sure, and our willingness to face the darkness in spite of our fears is seen as unusual. But when a Lamplighter arrives, the Arathi's hopes grow brighter. It's good to have new allies here. Together, we have much better chances of protecting this tower. The Nerubians have overwhelmed us. If we're going to have any chance against them, we need to destroy the burrows they're using to come under the wall. If you can handle that, we will survey the field from the top of the wall and meet you there.
We keep the Dawn Towers lit.
We cannot hide from evil.
It's hard to see the destruction here, knowing how well the wall has served us for so long. Hard to think about the soldiers who died defending it, and those that will die because we don't have this defensive advantage. Why don't you leave this place, Farron? Hallowfall is a holy place, Tallara. Here we guard the Emperor's vision, Beladar. It is our faith in the sacred flame which prevents it from shifting forever into shadow.
Be strong, my friend.
One Dawn Tower has fallen, but a faint glimmer of hope remains with the smaller key flame atop the wall. The shattered remnants needed to sustain that light were taken by the Nerubians. Gather the remnants from Nerubians you slay and help ignite a beacon of hope.
If you are lost, the Dawn Tower won't be enough to hold them back. The Nerubians have gotten braver.
We must ignite the key flame on the wall. Its sacred flame will keep the Nerubians at bay.
I can't believe how quick they were to trust us. Like, the Earthen were a bit more hesitant when we arrived on their shores. But I guess they see humans, or people that look like humans, kind of, like me, and they're more willing to trust us. Pair that with the fact that I think they're kind of in desperate need right now, and I guess they're not really people to judge, but this is, wow. I actually think this might be the coolest part of the expansion so far, for me at least. Is coming down here to this very amazing place with a giant crystal in the sky, although you can't see it from here, and finding an ancient civilization that has been fighting Nerubians for tens, if not hundreds of years down here. I guess tens, because Farron said she came here when she was just a child, and now she looks to be, you know, like a young adult. So I guess it hasn't been hundreds of years, but a couple of decades for sure they've been down here. I guess they don't even really know what's been going on in the outside world, so I'm guessing Anduin's probably gonna have to be the bearer of that bad news. For right now, let's deal with the pressing issue, which is all the Nerubians. The Arathi have done a good job down here at building defenses. Like, look at this big wall. We've got to do our best to protect it. It's also such a stark contrast to the previous areas that were all, you know, dwarven architecture, to now see more classic human architecture. Just everything about this feels so different. All we did was come through a little tunnel. Who knew what waited for us on the other side would be so different. Oh yeah, you can see how different the quote-unquote Nerubian lands are. The further away you get from the crystal, the darker it gets, the spookier it gets, and it seems like the more Nerubians you find. That's what the lamplighters are for. To hold back the encroaching darkness. I'll give it to them. They've got to be brave, because this seems really spooky out here. I don't know if I could be a lamplighter. Maybe I could if I was half dragon in real life. I feel like that makes you a little braver, you know? And you can literally breathe fire. Alright, we need to destroy 2 more burrows and get 2 more shattered remnants from Nerubians. Whoa, what's this area? Just a little fortification that they're trying to burrow up into. Alright. We've destroyed 6 of their burrows. We just need to get 1 more shattered remnant from a Nerubian. Luckily, there's lots of them around here. You kind of got your choice of which Nerubian you want to slay. There we go. Okay. Let's go check in with the others on top of the wall. Whoa, and that must be... what did they call them? The Dawn Towers? They literally glow. Okay, so here's a flame that we can empower with the shattered remnants that we found. Again, the light keeps the darkness at bay. That goes for the Nerubians as well. Nice. That helps a lot.
The sacred flame illuminates our path. In service
Excellent, Tallara. If we don't have to worry about the Nerubians stabbing us in the back, we can deal with those pouring through below.
Your flame brings hope.
A lamplighter brings
An empowered key flame will be a great help. With the light of the flame, I see hope that we will drive the Nerubians back.
in my heart.
Good people died here today, Tallara. A lot of them. Every Arathi soldier carries a tinder box. It represents their devotion to the sacred flame. Many use it as a focus to bring forth the flame's light. In the dark places beyond the light of Beledar, the sacred flame brings hope. With the Nerubian attack, we can't recover their bodies, so we must retrieve these symbols to venerate their sacrifice. Then use this torch to burn their bodies. It's the best funeral we can offer.
We Arathi are consecrated in the sacred flame. Do not leave my people on the field.
I feel like meeting these Arathi and learning more about their sacred flame and their belief in the light is going to be very helpful for Anduin. Anduin, his entire life, has been a champion of the light. You know, he was a priest, he used the light to heal people, but ever since his events in the Shadowlands, he's lost his connection to the light. So I'm hoping that this whole process might be a little healing for him. This wall is impressive, yet the Nerubians were able to overcome it. Will yet another human kingdom fall? Not just a human kingdom. They seem to hail from both old Arathor and Kel'Thalas. Much like Dalaran was.
I hear a radiance.
Yeah, from the old human kingdoms, exactly. Before they were destroyed.
Come and share my light.
Tallara, if we don't stem the tide of Nerubians climbing up to us, nothing else will matter. Their numbers are just too great. We need to delay their onslaught to buy the people of Hollowfall time to prepare. The wall still serves as a very effective choke point. Do what you can to thin their numbers.
We help those lost to the darkness.
Alright. You know what that means, right? We're going off the wall. Into the darkness ourselves, where there are many, many Nerubians lying in wait. They've certainly got the numbers advantage. I haven't even seen many Arathi soldiers. I just see Nerubians. Which is not a great sign. Although I do see dead Nerubians as well, which is a good sign. We've gotta collect these poor fallen defenders. Or collect their tinder boxes. And at least give them as best of a funeral as we can by enveloping them in flame. Like, how many Nerubians are there? They're coming like a swarm of mosquitoes. It's crazy how many are down here. If they got up to the surface, they would probably overwhelm all of Azeroth. It's crazy that the Arathi have even been able to hold them here like they have. Although they did say that this rise in numbers was new. I don't think they were always this plentiful. So many different variants of Nerubians. We've got the crab Nerubians, we've got the bug Nerubians. Either way, the Nerubians usually have too many legs for my liking, is about the long and short of it. No matter which form they're taking. Now, I see a giant Nerubian down here. Deep Fiend Azalix. We should try to fight it. It's only level 78, and I'm level 79, so we do have the advantage. Now, obviously, size advantage is very different, but I think I'm going to give it a try. If we can take down that big thing, that should certainly help. Plus, it's considered a rare monster, meaning it should drop good loot. You know I'm all about that loot, right? Oh my god. I keep trying to dodge there, but it was way harder than it seemed. Alright, he's almost down, but so am I. Come on. Whew! We got him. Nice. Got some good loot, some reputation, some money, and a piece of armor as well. Now we just need to take down 5 more Nerubians and we can go back and report in.
I need to target something first. I must get closer.
Oh, I also need to recover one more tinder box. For some reason I thought we were all done with that, but...
target something.
Here's our
first.
last tinderbox. And here's our last Nerubian. Nice. Look how close we are to max level, guys. Literally, like, so close. Once we hand in these quests here, I think it's gonna be the big 8-0. The big level up. Have you recovered their tinderboxes? Every life deserves to be remembered in the sacred flame. Thank you, Tallara. You've helped to honor their sacrifice as well as we can. Yeah, there we go.
Holding onto hope.
Level 80. That didn't take long. We still have, well, we only just got to the third area in the expansion, so we've still got one more whole area and we're already at level 80, so as long as you go through kind of slowly and make your way and actually do most of the side quests, you can hit level 80 fairly easily. But that's exciting! Alright. Happy to help you, Faerun, and happy to get such a nice reward in return. This is a good start. There are still many more Nerubians coming from below, but we must turn our attention to those already inside Hallowfall. Yeah, that's fair. That's probably more pressing at this point. It's critical, with so many Nerubians pouring through the Aegis Wall, that we defend our airships docked at Tanir's Ascent. The Nerubians have always outnumbered us, but our fleet allows us to concentrate our defenders where they are attacking, as well as allowing us to bombard them from the safety of the skies. If we lose our armada, our hopes fade dramatically. Meet us there when you can.
Look, those Nerubians are fleeing.
Yay!
Not fleeing. Advancing.
Oh, boo.
They need to destroy our air dogs.
Alright. Guess that means we're done here for now. We've thinned their advance here at the wall. But unfortunately, the Nerubians don't give up that easily. We now need to go to a place called Tanir's Ascent, which luckily for us is back closer to the light of the crystal, so things are a little less spooky. Whoa, that is a giant airship. Holy moly. And yeah, the Nerubians are already here. So are Kyrian, Anduin, and Faerun. You guys got here so fast. I'm glad you're with us, Tallara. Without our airships, we have little chance of holding back the Nerubians in the long run, to say nothing of our dock workers who are safe below deck. Let's see to the defense.
The beacon in the dark. We owe ourselves.
Tallara, if we're gonna hold the Nerubians back, we have to deal with their siege weapons. Around Tanir's Ascent, there are kegs of black powder to supply our ships for combat. Since the Nerubians have caught these ships on the ground, let's put that powder to work. Gather some barrels and take them down to the Nerubian siege weapons.
Into the unknown.
We fought the Nerubians since we arrived, Tallara. Their attacks have not risen to this level in a long time. These airship docks are clearly a target, but do they have any others? Is there a larger goal? The Nerubians carry shadecasters with orders from their queen. We need to learn what we can of their plans and intentions, and recovering a few of those shadecasters is the best way we can do so.
Cairo, the Dawn Tower isn't lit. If Belladar should shift,
You're right. Your new friends can protect the people. We must ignite the sacred flame.
Okay. Guess that means it's up to me and you, Anduin. The music here is so fun. Like, I know we're in the middle of a giant battle, but the music is kind of upbeat and peppy.
I do not have a target.
I don't know who said that. I didn't like the sound of it.
Of shadow are sinking into this land. Utilize their fear to strike them down.
Queen Ansurek is the voice that we're hearing. Queen of the Nerubians, I guess? Luckily, we're getting info about their plans fairly quickly here. We just need more black powder. I got one over there. Here's another one right here. go. Another Shadecaster.
The threads have been spun. They will get their fated final war.
So the TLDR is it seems the Nerubians are all in on what they're calling the final war. Yeah, probably not good. Yeah, we need one more keg of black powder. And we can blow up some of their siege weapons. First one. What even is this? Oh, it's like a catapult. But it uses Nerubian spider silk. Interesting. Well, we don't have much time to admire them because we're gonna blow them all up. 1, 2, 3. And 4. Perfect.
I will always try.
It's amazing to see what the Arathi have been able to achieve in Hallowfall in their years here with no help from the outside. They'll make strong allies. And if we can protect the Dawnbreaker, I'm sure they'll be able to push back the Nerubians.
Who is calling for help?
Final War? Ascension? Not as many answers as questions, Tallara, but we at least have some pieces of the puzzle. Were you able to destroy their siege weapons? With those siege weapons destroyed, we're in much better shape. Faerun went ahead to light the Dawn Tower with Great Kyrian. She asked that we meet them there. Tallara, the Nerubians all seem to be taking orders from that siege lord south of here. If we can defeat her, that may turn the tide of this attack. Without a leader organizing the attack, the Arathi may be able to drive back the Nerubians, especially if Faerun is able to light this Dawn Tower she spoke of. But the longer we delay, the greater damage to the Arathi airships. Go quickly. We need to defeat Siege Lord Zerash, who has been responsible for countless Arathi deaths over the years. Well, sounds like it's about time for the Siege Lord to get their comeuppance. Yeah, where are you? Back here? Whoa.
I've been tracking this one since it crawled up out of its hole.
I don't know who just said that. Someone's helping me. Oh, it's Illyria. Hey. Fancy seeing you here. Thanks for the help.
See my son. I will slaughter every Nerubian in my path to keep them from harm.
I mean, hey, if that's what you gotta do, that's what you gotta do. Where is a great ally to have. Very powerful and strong. Sometimes a little too intense for my liking, but, you know. Help is help.
Am I needed?
With the Nerubian leader defeated, we should be able to leave the defenses to the Arathi. You've saved many lives today, Tallara.
I thought we agreed you'd stay in Dornogal.
I heard stories of the Arathi as king. I mean, I was curious. I will help.
Tallara, Faerun went to light the Dawn Tower. She said it keeps the light of the sacred flame shining upon Hallowfall. Kyrian is there as well. It's hard to imagine that any beacon could outshine their star Beledar, but I'm excited to see this new expression of the light. Meet me by the Dawn Tower, and we can see how the sacred flame of the Arathi helps to safeguard these long-lost cousins of mine.
Who is calling for help?
Alright, well, we made it to this new area. We hit level 80, and so far I'm loving this new UI add-on that I have in terms of quest text. So, all in all, I think today was a very successful episode. Look at that beautiful star. I can't wait to explore this area more. We've clearly only scratched the surface, and we were plunked right into a big old battle against the Nerubians. We'll call it a day here, but thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you guys back here soon as we head over to the Dawn Tower.